Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for clicking on this pick a card reading today. So in this video we're going to be looking at your person's recent thoughts about you, their most recent thoughts. So all I need you to do is choose one of these three piles. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take as long as you need to make your choice. Feel free to pause the video here. And once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. Okay, let's get into your reading. Click the timestamp and I'll see you there. Okay, group number 1. Let's take a look at your person's most recent thoughts about you. Okay, so your person's most recent thoughts about you. Person's most recent thoughts about you. Okay, so we have big picture thinking. Empathic starseed. And this one just flew out. The 7-star sisters. Okay, the person's most recent thoughts about you. The blue flame. Oh, goodness, the blue flame. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So, the first thing that's jumping out to me actually is the sisters card. So I don't know if this is that you have sisters and this is something that they're thinking about in some way. Maybe they bumped into your sister and now they're thinking about you. Could be. But anyway, the big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. I feel like your person is fantasizing about you. There's definitely a level of fantasy here. I'm seeing a lot about vision coming through. So they're either having daydreams about you, like they're consciously fantasizing, thinking about you. But this could also be night dreams that are triggering them to this spontaneous awakening. Okay, so something's definitely occurred recently with your person that's changed their thoughts, or it's increased the intensity of their thoughts for you. So yeah, you could have either bumped into them or a family member could have bumped into them. It doesn't have to be a sister. This may just be signifying family energy or divine feminine energy. This could even be a friend of yours. Okay, so it's either like a female friend or a family member. Yeah, maybe they even had a dream about a friend or a female family member and that triggered them to start thinking of you. You know, it doesn't have to be one of those kind of dreams, but you know how dreams can be. Like when you dream about sometimes the most random people, like somebody you've met or as an acquaintance, yet they have this main role in your dream and you're like, what on earth are you doing here? But it triggers you in some way. So yeah, there's definitely a lot coming through in their imagination. Now the empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So I do feel like you have an empathic connection, a mutually empathic connection with this person. So you both are picking up on each other's feelings. Now you may have noticed that recently. Like you may have felt like, where is this sudden anger come from, or this sudden hurt or upset or even excitement or anxiety? Because sometimes we can figure that out, whether it's ours or someone else's, depending on how quick it comes on or whether there's a trigger or not, and how quick it goes as well. So yeah, I feel like, and this is about your person's thoughts about you. So it depends how spiritually open and connected they are in that respect. But this could be that, you know, in their thoughts, they're either thinking, I'm picking up on group 1's emotions, or I'm sensing group 1's emotions. Or if, again, they're not that sort of connected to their emotions, even in terms of how they would think it or speak it. They may just be feeling like, I don't know, why do I keep thinking about group 1? Why do they keep popping into my head? And they may be having these emotions coupled with these thoughts, but they may not be putting 2 and 2 together. Okay, but they're thinking about you a lot lately, that's for sure. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So, yeah, something has caused them to awaken. Awaken is the word. Awaken to something more with you. Okay, or it's certainly awakening their thoughts, that's for sure. Birthing creations, tapestry of life and expression. We'll get more information on that as we continue moving forwards. I'm just wondering which deck to go to next. Yeah, I think I'm going to get a tarot. Let's see. Okay. So I usually have a tarot deck prepared. I just don't right now. So, I do now. Here we go. Okay. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. What's coming through? What are your person's most recent thoughts about you? Oh. Muse of inspiration. Okay, we've got fire energy coming through here. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. The blue light is really jumping out to me now as well. Even though I'm pulling these cards, I don't know. They may be in a blue room, or they're wearing blue, or they're in a place where there's like blue LEDs or something. I'm seeing blue, like a, blue LED light. Okay, so we've got the Six of Voices. Oh, what are their most recent thoughts about you? Interesting. It's another muse, so I'll pop that there. Muse of inspiration, muse of emotions. Okay. What are their most recent thoughts about you? There's a lot of feminine energy coming through here. A lot. Okay. Eight of emotions reversed. What are their most recent thoughts about you? Seven of inspiration reversed. Eight of inspiration reversed. Interesting. Interesting. Now, they're conflicted. They're very conflicted with these thoughts, because look at this. Six of Voices is like moving on, mentally trying to move on. But look at this Eight of Wands going in the opposite direction. Now, Eight of Wands reversed is about slowing something down. So I feel like your person feels they need to slow their thoughts down about you, because they can feel the intensity. But what they may not be realizing is that they are emotionally driven, these thoughts. It's emotion that they're picking up on. It's your spiritual and emotional connection that is drawing them back to you, because Eight of Cups reverse is they're not over you. And emotionally, they're still holding on to you in some way. But so, there's a battle going on between them trying to mentally move on, because for some reason they don't feel like it's a good thing to be too invested in you right now. But then, because here with the Seven of Inspiration, this is action, and the fact that it's reversed is a sense of failure and no action and giving up. So, it's interesting where they're at, because their thoughts have increased in intensity, but their actions haven't. So you may notice that. You may notice them still being quite quiet with you or unresponsive, but it's not what's really going on. It's not the full picture. Okay, it's only part of the picture. I mean, this person might have a lot of self-control. If they for some reason feel like you're not meant to be together right now or be connected, even if they are desiring you, they're able to follow through with their actions. So annoying maybe for you. But here I also do need to say, because of there's two distinct women coming through here. Okay, now it could be your person has more than one person. And I'm sorry to say that. Maybe you already know that. Okay, but again, like I said, if it's not like a third party romantic situation, there's a lot of females around them. A lot of females. And there's a triggering in that with you. Now, it may also be they're thinking about two females. You definitely being one of them. And then there's another. I mean, we've got a fiery woman here. I'm seeing long hair specifically with this woman. Very long hair, tanned, like a golden energy about them. Very, very passionate, and they feel that passion towards you. But then there's this other woman here who's seems softer, maybe appears more softer in their features. Because this person, I feel like, is even more athletic, and this person seems, softer, very feminine looking, could possibly be a mother, okay, or, a very nurturing type of woman, okay, but there's like two distinct energies coming through there. But let's see. And I'm interested because that one looks like they've got dark hair. This one's got kind of longer golden hair, and this one's got shorter, darker hair. So these could be very specific traits that I'm seeing, characteristics of certain people, but okay, obviously this is not going to be for everybody, those specific traits. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay, what are your person's most recent thoughts about you, group 1? Coffee cup. What the? Stabbed in the back. Okay. Interesting. What are your person's most recent thoughts about you? Boats. And the golden mirror. Aha, interesting. Look, we've got 2 mirror cards here. Self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. That is not the best. Now, you could recognize narcissistic tendencies in your person. I think obviously the label narcissist is thrown around a lot, and I would never label anybody a narcissist, but everybody can exhibit narcissistic tendencies. So, and obviously there's a spectrum, some more than others. So, I mean, this could be the both of you. Again, there's no judgment here. Everybody has to have a little bit of narcissism to focus on themselves, self-love, right? But obviously it's when it goes too far the other way that it becomes the self-absorbed energy. Okay. Now, so like I said, you could recognize that in the two of you, but it could be more so you, or could be more so them. I'm picking up more that it's them, though. I am. And I'm not just saying this because I'm doing this reading for you guys, my pile ones, but, this is about their thoughts. Okay, it'd be different if I was looking at, your relationship or your, future together or something. Then, yeah, that could be more equal, goes both ways. But because we're looking at their thoughts, this definitely feels like they are exhibiting more of those narcissistic, self-absorbed tendencies here. Where maybe they're so focused on their appearance right now. And this could just be a phase as well. They may just be going through a more selfish phase of their life. It doesn't mean that they are a selfish person as a whole. They may be, okay? But some people have to go through phases of life, and this may just be their phase, where they're maybe either too focused on their appearance. Maybe that's all they have to focus on right now. Or they feel they have to focus on. Or, if it's not about their physical appearance, in the sense that they're only looking through their own lens. I mean, we all look through our own lenses, but we can choose to try to look at it from somebody else's point of view, or to look at the bigger picture of things. Okay, because I feel like your person gets sucked into the minutiae of things, the minute details of things, and gets kind of obsessed and goes round and round in circles about it when it's not really important. Okay, because they go from expansive, bigger picture thinking to this focus on the details. I think it's the details that stops them from connecting with you in some way. Or, if they do ghost you or they spend time apart, I feel like, it's the details that causes them to retreat. Now we've got the heartbreak, pain and separation, deception and shocking attack. So, I don't know. Maybe they feel like they've been attacked by you, or that they are going through a breakup themselves, either with you or with somebody else. Could be. Again, take what resonates. But there's definitely a very painful feeling that they're experiencing right now. Okay, certainly in their thoughts, they're not feeling good. But then, interesting here, look, we've got meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship, and then receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So your person's mind is a minefield, if you like. It is like, there's no one straight road here. It's like there's one road that leads off to 10 different paths. And this person is kind of meandering up and down these paths. because they don't know what direction to go in. Because I feel like this person doesn't really know who they are at this moment in time. Like they may be struggling with like self-identity issues. Yeah, like there's something about them struggling to either know who they are or know what their true path is in life. You know, they're feeling quite lost at this time. But I do feel like, yes, something is happening when it comes to their thoughts of you where, yeah, they do have some level of closure, or they're wanting closure with you. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like for them, they need a conversation with you. Just a conversation. Like this seems quite, like I said, it's friendly. It's a friendly energy. Now, it's not to say that they don't feel more, because clearly they do, and there's still passion for you. But I feel like either for them, they need to have, a conversation where they feel like they've got the truth from you, or maybe they feel like they need to be truthful to you. You know, if you feel like you've been upfront with them, I don't know. There's something where they feel like they would like to be friendly with you. Like they don't like where things have gotten, or when you aren't on speaking terms. They don't want that. So they want to feel like they can move on and get closure. But then also, I don't know, it's like this person doesn't see this being a healthy relationship, but at the same time, like when they're with you, they do want to savor up all the moments. You know, they just embrace that time of being closely connected to you. So yeah, your person is definitely confused, that's for sure. They're very confused. Okay, let's just get a final card here as to what their most recent thoughts are about you. What are their most recent thoughts about you? Okay. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay, so yeah, it's interesting. The first word is criticizing. So maybe one of you or both of you had a tendency to do that, to criticize one another. You know, maybe there's something that you said to them that they've taken as a criticism, whether you meant it or not. But yeah, I feel like this person's self-esteem and ego is very, very delicate. And even the slightest of criticism can shatter them. Okay? And, you know, that can be very narcissistic in that sense as well. Narcissists have very fragile egos. And so, yeah, I feel like they're thinking about something. There could have been something you said years ago, but it's something that's stuck with them. Okay? But part of them, yeah, they want closure with you. They really do. They want to accept you as you are and accept the relationship as it is. Like, yeah, they're not wanting change. They're wanting closure, but they're not wanting a specific change. Like they're wanting to embrace how things are and embrace you for who you are. Because maybe they try to change you in the past or control you. But at this point, I don't see them wanting to do that. So they may be already in that evolvement process here. But I also feel like this person, they do have a real love for you. Even if they don't show it, even if they have a very screwed up way of expressing it. And it's in no way to excuse their behavior if they've treated you poorly. It isn't. Love is love, but our actions speak volumes. And it's important we can know that somebody loves us, but it's important to focus on how they treat us. Okay, but either way, I do feel in this person's mind, they do still love you and they care about you. And they want to just accept you as you are and accept the relationship as it is. And part of them, I do feel hopes for a reunion in the future. I just don't feel like it's right now. Like they want a reunion, but I mean in terms of like a romantic reunion, if that's what you're asking, I feel like they just need to accept it now. But there's a hope for them. There's like this possibility of hope where they hope things could work out one day. But they just don't feel like logistically in some way things could figure out at this very moment. But as I said, they're thinking about you a lot, and they may reach out to you maybe they will ask you to have a cup of coffee with them or a tea, or just for like a little friendly meeting. Okay, obviously your choice whether you take them up on it or not, but I do feel like that's coming. So there we go, group 1. I really do hope that this resonates with you. Please do feel free to let me know in the comments below if or when it does. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link is also below. Okay, I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take good care. Okay, group number 2. Let's take a look at your person's most recent thoughts about you. Okay. So the person that's on your mind right now, group 2, what are their most recent thoughts about you? The person that's on your mind, what are their most recent thoughts about you? Goodness me. Man holding a heart, so straight away. Okay, we've got yin and yang. Your person's most recent thoughts about you, anxiety reversed. Okay. The first chakra reversed as well. And the 5th chakra on the bottom of the deck. Okay, bear with me. I just want to check the guidebook here to see which way rounds the yin. I can never remember. I shouldn't say that. I will remember. I do remember which way round. I just feel it's one of the only cards I really need to know which meaning it is, because they're completely opposite meanings. So, the yin yang card, upright. This represents... The card represents energetic life cycles. In its upright position, it heralds to the yin cycle. Okay, so yin in the up. I think that's why it doesn't stick for me, because I feel like, personally, I feel like it should be the other way around. I feel like the reverse should be the yin and the upright should be the yang. But anyway, so it's yin. So we've got yin. So this is the divine feminine energy, which does make sense with this man holding a heart. Now, we've got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy coming through here. So this could be the energy of the person you're asking about. Okay, it could be. But either way, it feels like they're in quite an emotionally driven place with you. Okay, but at the same time, they're thinking they're not ready to take some kind of action towards you yet. Okay, because the yin cycle is the feminine and introverted cycle. It's not the active yang moving forwards, taking action. It's the very opposite of that. You know, it's the inward introspective energy. So I do feel, yeah, they are introspecting a lot when it comes to you and your connection. Now, something in them has released a worry. There was a worry they had about you, but that worry seems to have gone. Or this, yeah, the anxiety, they were picking up on some anxiety, but that seems to have released here with it being reversed. So, you know, they may have been thinking about you a lot or feeling concerned in some way. But also I'm picking up, you could have been concerned about them. I know that's turning on its head, but I kind of get this, like they may have been going through some kind of issues, health issues specifically, or because it's root chakra energy, this can be about physical stuff. So yeah, health or finances. But it's like, yeah, I see you worrying about them. Maybe, you know, it could be their home as well. Maybe they lost their home or something. I don't know. But there's something where I feel like you may have been worried about them. But they are going through a very insecure time. Okay, something, it's like the rug has been pulled out from underneath them. That may also be what's triggering them to think about you in a very loving and caring way, because this is what the man holding a heart does in terms of thoughts, at least. So they definitely, you know, they're very, very fond of you. They have caring feelings for you still, even if they don't exhibit them at this moment, they do. Okay, the love is very much still there. Okay, so let's see. Now, I mean, if this is like a brand new connection and it's not quite gotten to the stage where you feel like it's a deep love yet, you know, this may just be more along the lines of they have compassion for you and they care about you, you know, as a friend or as a co-worker. For instance, if this is like a work crush as well, you know, so if you don't feel like they don't love me at this point, then they definitely care about your well-being. Like this person would be very upset if something happened to you. If you fell ill or if you got into any kind of trouble, like this person cares, yeah, they care about your well-being at the very least, okay? So let's see, what else is coming through here about this person and their most recent thoughts about you. Their most recent thoughts about you. Okay, 10 of emotions. Wow. 7 of materials. Queen of Wands. Page of Materials. Okay. Oh, Eight of Inspiration. Okay, this person is actually thinking about reaching out to you. Okay, they are thinking about it, but that's the point. They're in the thinking phase. They're not in the active phase yet, but they're thinking about taking action. Okay, because this Page of Materials, especially here, you know, this is like an offering. This could be a DM or a text or a phone call. Okay, or, you know, them even asking you a question, asking you out perhaps. It's very, very quick and it's impulsive. So yeah, I feel like your person does have an impulsive side to them. You may know that about them, but it's like they like to do things on their terms as well. They don't like to follow the rules. This person gives me quite a rebellious energy. Like they aren't someone that does things by the letter. Okay, and it's like, I don't know, they kind of relish in the element of surprise. Like they like that, and maybe they don't even realize they like that, but it's this person, I feel like, is the type that will come out of the blue, that will message you out of the blue. Like you really won't be expecting it. Maybe they have some strong Aquarius in their chart somewhere. Okay, but there's definitely that, because I feel like you're not going to notice it. You're not going to see it coming. It's going to come and it's going to kind of blindside you a little bit. But the Ten of Emotions here. Now, this can represent family. Okay, so maybe this is family that you're asking about, because I've not made it specifically about a love reading. It's the person on your mind. Obviously, I think predominantly most of the time it is about love. People are wanting to know, but like I said, it can be about family, friendships, you know, things that have gone awry. Doesn't matter. So whether this person is family and they're thinking like your family to them, but it could be in that sense as well, not in the literal sense that they see you as part of their family or their soul family in some way. Now, the other area this could be is if they have their own family that they're dealing with. Okay, maybe that they're very wrapped up in their own family. If they are, it's not a bad thing. They seem to be in a good place in relation to family, because this family card has come through upright. I mean, it's not just a family card though. This is what I'm leading to next. It's the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Emotions. So this is also about our feelings, okay? And feeling elated, feeling on top of the world in some way. So yeah, but either way, I still feel like they have these very strong, emotional, loving feelings for you. But here with the Seven of Materials, I feel like they're trying to nurture some other things right now. So maybe this is that they feel like they have to put in time and energy into their family right now. Okay? And they had to put things with you on the back burner. Or they're having to focus on their work. Okay? It may be that, you know, you bring them a lot of happiness in a lot of ways, but it's not giving me the energy of them working towards you right now. It doesn't. I mean, maybe that is for you if you resonate with it, but it feels more like them trying to like focus on material stuff, okay, or things that need adjusting, things that need changing. So anyway, let's look now at the Island Wellness. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. Group number 2. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. The Snake. Okay. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. The Chaser. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. The Palm Tree. Separation. Goodness me. And then Love Call. Someone expresses love. Okay. Yeah. So this is them. They're gonna reach out to you. I really see that. I feel like, yeah, they may literally pick up the phone and just call you, which is more unusual these days, isn't it? We don't tend to just, well, I don't know, maybe it is for you, but I was saying this the other day to my friend. It was like it was funny because I was somewhere that I was on the phone to somebody and I was in a shop, and I saw a couple of people I knew, and I realized because I had the phone actually up to my ear and they didn't come up and talk to me, and I was like, interesting. It's what I used to do when I was feeling antisocial, just put the phone up to my ear so I wouldn't have to talk to people. But I didn't do it intentionally that day, but it made me think, how often do we actually put the phone up to our ear these days? Because even if we have a phone on loudspeaker, don't we? Or we voice note, or we obviously text or DM or whatever. So yeah, this person might go down that kind of, well, traditional but now unconventional route, and they might actually just call you out of the blue. Okay. But this could, like I said, it could be a text or a DM or some other way of communicating to you. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So yeah, this person, yeah, maybe that is exactly what they'll say. Like, I've been thinking about you, or you just popped into my head the other day and I just felt like, checking in. That could be, how they communicate with you. But yeah, let's come over to some of this other stuff here, because this is a lot. I mean, competition, envy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, and the other woman. And then the chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like this is them thinking you're a snake. I really don't, because like I said, I feel like they're very fond of you. Now, they may call you the chaser. Like, if you've been the chaser in the relationship, if you've been the one chasing them more than they've chased you, then that's something that they're thinking about or that they recognize. Of course, if it's the other way around, if they know that they've chased you, then they're thinking about that dynamic for some reason. But I don't know. Maybe this is something they're worried about. There could be, another woman or another person. It doesn't have to be a woman. It could be another person in the picture that is getting in the way. Or you could be the other person in the picture. Okay? And maybe they are calling themselves a snake. Maybe they're worried about that, or they want to be careful about that in some way. I don't know why that snake is there, but it's there for a reason. It's there for a reason in their thoughts. So I don't know. They could also think that you've snaked them in some way. Maybe, because it doesn't necessarily stop them from caring about them. Like, if they think that you've lied to them or something, or they think that you have snaky qualities to you. It doesn't, we can have different opinions of people. We can think good things about them. We can think bad things about them. I'm just trying to be very real here with you guys. I'm not trying to sugarcoat things. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm not saying that wasn't my initial thought. My initial thought was that they think that of themselves for being connected with you, or maybe for even thinking about you. Maybe they feel like they're betraying somebody by thinking about you, or they feel like they're betraying you at this time in some way. But we've got the separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, and unsure of future. So yeah, they do feel like they're at a distance from you. But here, look, this stability and security, this is, what they're very much focused on right now. It's like they don't feel like they can give you all of themselves because they're focused on their money or their home or their career or their health. They don't feel like they can give you what you need, or that maybe even you can't give them what they need at this moment. And this is where they're needing to focus their energy. Because even with this Queen of Wands here on the bottom of the deck, bottom spread here that's reversed, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, I feel like this is them, like feeling, they've had to keep you in the back of their mind, or like they try to put you in the back of their mind at times. Like they can't keep you there in the forefront. But it's like the more they push you back, the more they repress you. It's like something's going to hit them, and it's going to hit them like a train, and this is what's going to inspire them to call you, okay, or to reach out in some way. So yeah, definitely this person is going to connect with you again. But let's see what else is coming through. Final card, please, about your person's most recent thoughts about you. Your person's most recent thoughts about you, group 2. Okay, let's see. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on one another, now is the time to give to yourself. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. In respect to what else has come through, in respect to them focusing very much on, their stuff, their personal stuff that's going on. Yeah, so they feel at this moment they do need to keep, what's the word? Withdrawn stance. Okay, they don't feel like they can be like play a main character role in your life or this connection right now. They feel like they need to be a background character, what do you call them? Not interns, extras. Yeah, it's like I don't know why that's come through. I don't know if your person is like a real movie buff or something, or maybe they work in acting, or you do, but it's an analogy I've never said before. It's just come from nowhere. So I wonder if that has something to do with it. But yeah, that's where they feel like they don't want to stop the movie. They don't want to close it. They're not ready to finish the movie yet. So it's like they put it on pause, or they're saving it for later on Netflix. You know, that's how it feels. So yeah, they're very much in this self-focused place, but it does feel like it's needed with what's going on with them right now. But yeah, soon they are thinking about it. They're thinking about the future. They're unsure of how the future will be, but they know that they want to reconnect with you again. But at this moment, they need to spend some more time alone. So, because maybe they've split up with somebody else as well. They could have gone through a recent breakup, either with you or someone else. Okay, but either way, they feel like they need to just be alone for a moment to gather themselves. Okay, but it doesn't stop the fact that they care about you. Okay, so I really do hope that this resonates with you, group 2. Please do feel free to let me know in the comments below if or when it does. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading, because you know all of your comments, your likes, your subscribes really helps my channel to continue, so I can continue making these videos, continue growing the channel, and my personal readings, of course. So thank you so much in advance. I love you all so much, and I hope you take good care of yourselves. Bye for now. Okay, group number 2. So group number 3. Group number 3. Let's take a look at your person's most recent thoughts about you. So what are your person's most recent thoughts about you? Group number 3. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. Treasure Island. Flexible. Here and now. Poised. Okay. So, your person. So the signs I'm picking up first are the mutable signs. Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Who am I missing? Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini. So they could resonate. You could resonate with those signs, as could they. But I feel like their mind changes a lot. A lot. Like they don't have one consistent stream of thoughts about you or your connection. They change. They change a lot. Like from one moment, I feel like they're in this elated mood where they're fantasizing about you. They're dreaming about, this treasure island, maybe going on holiday with you, imagining being, I actually see them imagining that. Like they wish that they could just be on a private island, or just laying on a beach with you, or swimming in the water. It's quite nice. I want to be there, wherever that is. It seems beautiful. 1 second, I just need to cough. But yeah, so they're having all of these moments, these dreams, and then it's like their mind flips. Okay, I'll get more information as I move forward. So I'll look at the tarot shortly. But it's like they're very much focused on the here and now. That's the thing. I don't feel like this person overly thinks about the past or the future. Like they live quite presently. Okay, which is a good thing. Like they're in a good, it seems like, well, so far that they're in a healthy place. I probably am speaking too soon because we've got more cards to pull. But in terms of their thoughts about you at the very least, okay, it's like, they're focused on what's in front of them. Even though they can have these moments of fantasy, I feel like they're a very driven person, and maybe they do multitask, but I feel like it's more alternating rather than say multitasking, because multitasking is actually doing 2 things at once, isn't it? Or more than one thing at the exact same time, right? But like talking on the phone and painting your nails or something, like that's 2 things. But obviously some things, everyone's different. Like for myself, I'm better to actually alternate things. Like I like to focus on many tasks, but like I'll start on one task, move to the next task, and then sort of go back and forth. Not always, obviously some tasks need to be completed in one go, but each to their own. But in terms of your person's thoughts, it's, there's an alternating going on here where they're fantasizing and then they're like brought back to the present and they're like, no, it's all cool, I'm good in the moment. Because look, poised here as well. There's a lot of this. Oh my God, I've just noticed as well. Like she's sat there on this giant egg in the sky. She's there just poised on this pillar in the center, and she is there on an egg as well, just stood, but again, balanced. They're all balancing And this, oh my God, the turtle or tortoise, I think it's a turtle, is balancing that treasure on its back. Balancing. Maybe they have some strong Libra in their chart somewhere. There's a strong need for them to balance or to feel balanced. But I don't know. I am just getting this kind of peaceful, balanced sense from this person. Now, as well, I know it's probably going to feel, it's just a specific thing that's coming through to me. But this person may very much like yoga, okay? Or they think about you doing yoga if you like yoga, or some kind of bendy sport, okay? Okay. And I don't know why, but headphones and radio just came through to me. Headphones and radio. So I don't know what that means, if that means anything for someone. Maybe they're hearing like a song on the radio that makes them think about you, or I don't know. Maybe you gave them a pair of headphones, or... Anyway, let's pull some tarot here to see what are their most recent thoughts about you. What are their most recent thoughts about you? Oh, Page of Inspiration. Okay. So there's passion. What are their Ace of Emotions. What are their most recent thoughts about? Whoa, this is strange. The Ace of Voices reversed. We've got two aces and a page. Their most recent thoughts about you. Queen of Wands. The Chariot reversed. Okay. It's interesting, these two specific, well, all these three. I've never seen a pattern like this before. So there's these new beginnings. So something has triggered them to think about you or to feel passion towards you. There's a strong desire, a physical desire. I feel like they very much admire your physical beauty. Your body specifically is coming through here. And for some of you, I'm seeing your hair, something about your hair being very striking. Yeah, this person feels the desire. There's the renewed emotion here, or new emotional feelings. So they could have just, I don't know, maybe depends whether this is an ex or whether this is a crush for you, but they're definitely feeling like a sense of new emotion for you. So again, maybe they had a dream, or maybe they bumped into you, or something that's kind of reignited them to feel things for you. But it's like their mind, the Ace of Swords reverse, is telling them, no, don't go there. So they're talking themselves out of it for some reason here. Now, it may be that they feel intimidated by you, the Queen of Inspiration, because this person is very confident, okay? So I feel like they see you as incredibly confident, self-assured, secure in yourself. And I feel like this unnerves them in some way. Because maybe if you did know them previously, maybe you were more insecure and they could deal with that. But where you are now, they don't know how to deal with it. Or if, again, this is a crush or somebody you haven't met that long ago. Yeah, I feel like it's your confidence, or the confidence you're putting across, even if you don't feel like it inside, that causes them to withdraw, okay? Because the Chariot here, reverse, it's like they want to approach you. That's a definite. They want to come towards you. They're interested in you. Like if this is a crush, they're crushing back. Okay, this person certainly has feelings, but their mind is telling them no. Again, because they're either scared, or they feel like, they need to just be put on hold for the moment, or put this connection on hold. Maybe whilst they build up the courage to ask you out, to speak to you. Or again, maybe this was a conscious decision. Like I said, if this is an on and off relationship, and maybe this is a conscious decision on their part to have a break and to just wait. But think of the energy of poised. If you're poised, you're not doing anything, you're waiting to do something. It's not the energy of doing nothing and waiting to do nothing. It's like being poised. It's like, okay, I'm ready. It's making me think of like waiting for a train. Like you're poised, ready to get on the train. You're just waiting for it to pull up, for it to stop, for the doors to open so you can get on. So you're poised, ready to get on. So yeah, there's a part of them that feels like they're ready to make a move, but then they're not at the same time. So it's very conflicting. They want to, they feel it. It's like they can't hide it almost. It's like it's how they feel. And they're very connected to their emotions and to their passions. But it's like, yeah, their mind is like, no, no, no right now. But let's see. What else is coming through here? Your person's most recent thoughts about you. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. Okay. Stabbed in the back. That one came through earlier as well in one of the other readings. Weird. What are your person's most recent thoughts about you? Sword and the Rose. Your person's most recent thoughts about you. Photograph. Abundance. And then self-indulgence. Okay. So the stabbed in the back card. Now, this could be what is causing them to feel a lack of confidence. Okay, maybe they've recently or in the recent past been stabbed in the back, and it's caused them to feel very insecure about moving forwards, causing them to be tentative about falling in love again. Okay, that could be what that is. Now, maybe, this could be a third party situation, and maybe they feel like they would either be stabbing you in the back in some way, or they're stabbing somebody else in the back by thinking about you. I don't know. But there's definitely pain. There's something very negative. I've not seen any of that up until this point. Okay, so again, this is something that they are either worried about happening again, or they're trying to mitigate the feelings of the pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Honestly, I don't know what that is. Again, they might see that you've attacked them in some form. So I'm just adjusting my angle here. Okay. But the Sword and the Rose, yeah, they want to tell you some kind of truth, though. They feel like they need to be open with you about something, because we've got clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. And then photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. So yeah, this person, they may be checking your social media. Okay. They may be looking on your social media. They could be looking at your WhatsApp picture, if that's how you communicate. If you actually have photos together, then they're looking at them. Okay. And they're missing you, as it says. Look, they're missing you, or they're missing feeling connected to you, or they may even feel like they've missed an opportunity to ask you out if this is more of a new connection. But here, I feel like this person is working on their mindset and manifesting. Okay, so maybe they are delving into the world of the law of attraction. Maybe they're very good at it already. Maybe they're already very into it, or maybe this is just a dabbling. But see here, this person, I feel like they do have a really positive mindset as a whole. And maybe that's a place that they had to work to get to, or just they might just be naturally very positive and have that sort of sunny disposition. Okay, but either way, it feels like they're trying to attract you, but also in that sense of being very positive. Like they know they need to focus on themselves, self-worth, focus on self, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So I feel like this is also a dual meaning, that they may see themselves, that they need to work on themselves, but also that they see that you, again, if this is a connection that if you've known each other before, okay, if this is like an on and off connection or something like that, then they see that you've done the self-work, okay? If this is a crush, then they feel like, yeah, they need to do the self-work, okay? Because I feel like it's those two distinct things. I feel like if it's a crush, yeah, they know that they need to do this work. They're not seeing you as doing that. But like I said, if it's an on-off connection, somebody you know very deeply, I feel like they may feel like you're focusing on, or they're needing to focus on it. Sorry, they're needing to focus on, no, the other way around, for God's sake. They feel like you are needing to focus, or you are the one focusing on yourself, glowing up. And glowing up really does start from the inside. You start to focus on the inside growth, and it starts to show on the outside. And that may be what they're seeing from you here. But yeah, this person wants to talk to you. They're thinking about talking to you, but they're not in an unhealthy place. balance in that respect. I don't feel like they're obsessive about it, which I know you may not want to hear because some of you might want that. But I don't. Really, you shouldn't want somebody to be obsessed with you because it's not healthy. You know, it's nice to have like somebody want you or want to connect with you or care about you. But obsession should never be a thing to aim for. Be careful what you wish for in that respect. But yeah, like I said, this person is in a healthy place. They have a healthy connection to you. They think about you. They care for you. They're just not sure mentally whether this is right, or whether, you know, they may need to just focus more on themselves and focus on, you know, overall mindset and abundance. But let's just see. Can we have a lover's oracle, please, for your person's most recent thoughts? And just remember, these are their most recent thoughts. So thoughts, like feelings, can and will change. So nothing's ever going to stay the same. But at this very moment, this is what they're thinking. Let's see. What are they thinking about you most recently? Okay, what do we have? Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. That's the deepest lover's oracle we've had today. In terms of, yeah, that real deep love that's coming through. So, and the ocean as well. That's interesting. That first card that came through showing the ocean. Maybe you both have a love for the sea, or maybe you met near the sea, or you have a connection to it together. Okay, but either way, your person does feel, yeah, a very deep and profound love for you. They do. Even if they're focused on themselves at this moment, it's like that love is always there. Okay, and that's what they're wanting you to do here. So look deep within your heart and you will feel the love that they have for you, because it is there. Okay, so yeah, if you're wondering, does this person care or love you? Yes, they do. And again, if this is just a crush at this moment and you don't feel like it could have developed to feelings of love yet, then, you know, this person still has very caring feelings for you. Because, you know, you can know somebody even from a distance, but you can still have a sense of wanting good for them and, you know, for them to be healthy overall. And you can have that sort of, that kind of love for somebody. Love for human nature as a whole, humankind. But in terms of, like I said, if this is somebody you barely know, then, like I said, they definitely care for you, or they feel like there could be more with you. Like they feel the connection. Because the thing is, you could just meet somebody, but you feel something different than how you feel with other people. So they definitely recognize that feeling that they have with you. But yeah, I just feel like this reading may be more about on and off connections, or, you know, very, very intense new connections. Okay, for, you know, love to be as deep as the ocean. This has to be a very deep connection either way, with a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of ties, strings attached to each other, energetic strings attached to each other. And they recognize that. So there it is, group number 3. I really do hope that this does resonate with you. And please do feel free to let me know in the comments below if or when it does. And I would love it if you would give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this too, as it really does help grow and support my channel. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link is just below. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take good care, everyone.